Weekly Horoscope, week commencing 14th of March till 20th of March 2022 for all of you. Aries weekly conclusion 14th March till 20th of March. The weekly conclusion. In this coming week, Aries, you must prepare for the travel. In your foreign project, you'll come across lots of obstacles, delays, waste of time. Your income and expenditure both will be high. Aries, your hard work, determination, focus, concentration and discipline will award you success and rewards. By the weekend, you will achieve rise in status, prestige, rewards. You'll also come across many family complications. Refrain from family relationship, living argument and conflict. Aries, you're likely to face a lot of troubles ranging from misbehavior of your superior, failure in efforts, sorrows, disappointment, exhaustion and so on. You're also likely to meet success in your field of work at the end with your hard work and struggle and determination. Aries, some of you will be able to perform better than ever. You're also undertaking some sort of a running around. This period also offered you status, prestige and honor and authority at work. You also likely to be achieving fame. You would have to take extra care while handling finances, while handling your financial transaction. If employed, you may find yourself a bit of a hard time with your employer. Your employer will not appreciate your hard work and you feel a threat of given less work, less money, less responsibility. Aries, do not get disheartened if your efforts and hard work do not give you desired result at this time. This is a temporary phase. But if you're into trade or business, you go through few setbacks if you're self-employed. Aries, be careful in your dealings. This period takes you through rough phase. Avoid argument with anybody. Avoid living argument or conflict with your friends or seniors. That won't give you anything. But this period, you got to work hard. You got to be focused. And if you're a professional or employed, you can achieve success, but with your hard work, not with only expectation. You are likely to be prosperous in this particular field, but with your hard work and determination. Taurus weekly conclusion, 14th of March till 20th of March, Taurus. This particular week, the conclusion of the week is this one. In this coming week, Taurus, between 14th of March till 20th of March, the weekly conclusion. In this coming week, there will be rise in income resources, rise in expenditures. Both will go at the same time. On one side, income will be rising. On the other side, expenditure will be rising. Taurus, you will be able to celebrate about something, some sort of a success, some sort of a family joy, or some sort of a celebration at home. Taurus, your expenditure will be on good deeds. Your foreign project will be accomplished and done and dusted. But after going through lots of struggle, one of your important projects will be delayed. Sometime you feel stuck, not going anywhere. Taurus, this particular phase of time, may I say, there will be material comfort and harmony and happiness. Financial gain, indulgence will be there. Businessman will find this particular period smooth, with satisfactory results. Success in education is also indicated during this phase of time. Health would remain good. At home, your sibling will be more cooperative and affectionate than ever. Some auspicious deeds are likely to be performed at your home. You may also decide on your own relationship or marriage if you're eligible bachelor. You would be happy and successful in most of your undertaking. Professionally, a very good period could be expected as well. You would be able to finish off the work given to you successfully on time. Happiness at home is also indicated. You could also expecting to meet someone very interesting or special. Some of you also expect to spend some passionate time with someone new. Possibility of gain from this person also indicated at this particular phase of time. Financially, this could be good time for you. The success in your undertaking will be gainful for you. You may expect other financial gain as well. This is a suitable time for you to approach your boss or employer for any favor such as asking for a promotion. You will see a rise in position. You will accomplish that at workplace. Get unexpected benefit from your superior authorities. You could also expect a profit in trade, attainment of wealth during this phase of time. Even gain from the friends. Your social prestige would be rising. You would gain more honor in your neighborhood. Health would remain fine. During this phase of time, your sound health could be happy occasion for the family. Gemini weekly conclusion. Starting from 14th of March till 20th of March, the weekly conclusion for Gemini. Gemini in this coming week, lots of stale project will be back on track. Lot of unfinished project will be accomplished and done and dusted. Gemini, your well thoughtful planning will be materialized and done and dusted. There will be great improvement in your personal life, professional circumstances, both. Your expenditure can be sky high. You got to look after your health and well-being. There will be unnecessary tension, financial uncertainties and fruitless expenditures. Gemini, this time period, this particular phase will bring a lot of obstruction, interruption in your field of work. You have to take care of yourself, keep your respect and position in workplace. Make sure you don't have to regret any of your action done at this time. Financially, watch out your any hurdles before venturing into something new. Mentally, you feel hassled, overburdened, unstable due to several reasons. Beware of your enemies as they could harm you more during this phase of time. Avoid any argument with your family and relatives as this may lead to unnecessary quarrels. During this particular period, you are susceptible to become irritable and may try to find out the fault in matter related to religion, common belief, everything. This period may also demand more labor from you in order to accomplish any task undertaken by you. This is a favorable period and sometime it will offer you progression in all your undertaking, but you may expect a promotion at workplace, favor from senior people, authorities, honor from authorities, even from opportunity given to you, and you could be expected during this phase of time. This period offer you success in your ventures, in your undertaking. Any stuck-up deal will become up. Socially, you may expect a more responsible position. Your social circle will be widened, meaning more positive thinking, gainful interaction, particularly with companion, honor from your circle of friends, and you'll be more flourished. But watch your steps. Do whatever you have to do. Cancerian weekly conclusion, 14th of March till 20th of March, weekly conclusion. In this coming week, the conclusion of the week is you'll come across many income resources. Your expenditure can be on religious deeds. Your family atmosphere can be happy, harmonious. There will be fruitless running around and health complication can be sky high. Sometimes your important project can be stale. Your secret enemies can backstab you left, right and center. This particular period after this big trying time for you, mostly in matter of health and relationship. Cancerian, you may suffer from a lot of excess mental worry due to health problems, due to yourself, due to your spouse, due to your nearest or dearest one. You're likely to feel fatigued, susceptible to developing eye discomfort, stomach ache, discomfort in your chest. You may also take care of your spouse's health. You and your spouse are likely to develop some sort of a mental anxiety during this phase of time. Most of you like to develop a lot of enmity with some noble person. Avoid any kind of misunderstanding that may crop up due to hypothetical differences between you and your spouse. If you're not handling tactfully, this may lead to living like a huge conflict, huge problem between two of you. Make peace with your friends and dear friends. Stay away from any litigation involving your own best friends from the past. Moreover, this phase we're also indicating ill health. Look after, may say ill health linked with a family member or with you. Your spouse can suffer from few health issues. Financially, not a very good period. It would be better to stay away from dealing with dodgy dealing. You have to realize that you have some wicked people who can backstab you or harm you thoroughly. Involvement with unnecessary people can cost you very heavy. And refrain from any unnecessary conflict. This period will see you going through a lot of suffering due to mental agitation, distress and anger. You have to take extra care to avoid at your workplace, avoiding disappointments with your employer. Sometimes you feel humiliated. Sometimes there's a lot of charges on you, which can be imposed on you with a false charges on you. You have to avoid any tricky situation. Financially, this period can be demanding, tough. You may find it difficult to recover your pending dues from others. You have to be extra careful to avoid any unnecessary huge expenditure. Misunderstanding, disagreement may occur between you and the people around you, between you and your teacher, between you and your guru, between you and your master, between you and the family members, between you and your elders, between you and your mentor. Opinion of family or friends may clashes. And with that, you leading to your fight and discontentment. Sometimes you deviate from all this kind of situation. Sometimes you will end up choosing a different path. Leo weekly conclusion. In this coming week, 14th of March till 20th of March 2022, the weekly conclusion for Leo for this coming week. Conclusion of the week. In this coming week, Leo, you will come across lots of financial and professional opportunities. Leo, in this coming week, there will be many happy occasions and family celebration. In this coming week, you will have to work hard and struggle at the same time, but with your efforts, your stale project will be back on track. On 18th and 19th of March, beware of an argument or conflict due to financial transaction. You got to be on alert due to your enemies' activities. Please be on guard and keep a close eye on your surroundings. Be extra careful to avoid unnecessary expenses and avoid making important decisions about your finances. Support from your community, family members, even partner may seem absent to you. There could be change in your work you do, possibility forcing you let you go out of your current position. Or there could be a lot of traveling, which may turn out stressful. Consciously try to avoid getting involved in any kind of a living argument or conflict with your enemies or anyone else. It is likely to be totally fruitless at this time. You have to take care of your health. You may develop physical health issue regarding stomach disorders, blood pressure or piles. You may develop needless fear, especially some sort of anxiety, meaningless anxiety and restless state of mind during this phase of time. It is wise to avoid activity that involves any kind of risk with yourself and the family. This is a good time to clarify and explain an issue to someone with whom you are intimately associated in your routine. It is also good for consulting a specialist on any matter that concerns you. You should not think a plan alone or unassisted today. No. You need another person's consciousness and response to your ideas and statement in order to get a clear perspective on your thoughts. Also, finding out your partner's thought will help you to clarify them. Together, you will be able to accomplish much more either you could do separately. Virgo weekly conclusion from 14th March till 20th of March. In this coming week, Virgo, you'll come across lots of obstacles in accomplishing your financial gains and goals. In this coming Virgo, sometime you won't be able to take full advantage of your opportunity given to you. You will be quite fearful and your own people will behave with you in a most awkward way. In your profession, you will have to make few changes and you will be quite busy. You'll be quite worried due to family relationships. Sometime you might end up in a totally unnecessary arguments and conflict with your family. Don't be hasty when you're dealing with any important project. Do look after your health and well-being. This period also donates a good timing financially. You would be able to raise your funds. If you're taking any examination under any government department during this time period, you are likely to be successful. If employed, you're likely to get promoted during this phase of time. Moreover, you may also expect a rise in position in society. Your friends, your elders, your teachers are also expected to be good to you during this particular phase of time. It would be wise to curtail your expenses as much as possible. This period sees you losing control of your finances. You have to look after your wealth and your family well-being. Avoid any kind of unpleasantness between you and your family. If any, this will give you agony. Handle your enemies with care and cautious. Avoid enough to avoid any creating a new one. Your enemies are likely to give more harassment during this phase of time. Be extra careful. Beware of any backstabbers. Libra weekly conclusion 14th March till 20th of March 2022. In this coming week, the conclusion of the week, in this coming week, you'll come across lots of opportunities, lots of progression. But if for your own goal, Libra, you go through lots of struggle and obstacles and delays. Libra, you can be lazy and adopting a layback attitude, which you shouldn't be. But sometimes you adopt like that, you take it easy. Due to your circumstances, you can be very much tense, annoyed, overexcited, and go through lots of health complications. By the weekend, refrain from out of control action, overconfidence, and hastiness, and otherwise you will pay a price. Please be on alert. Most of you are likely to face difficult timing when it comes to managing your old enemies. You also likely to encounter some new enemies who could also be from your own circle of friends. Some of you also befriend with some wicked people whom you may suffer later on. Keep an eye on your behavior. It might become a cruel during this phase of time. And few of you go through some kind of settlement with your own people. Your health would require attention more than usual. This particular period makes you feel susceptible to developing a fever, discomfort in the chest. Some of you also go through disease most related to blood, stomach. Mentally, you're likely to remain worried, under spell of grief. You will find yourself overcoming obstacles easily. It's a great time for successful problem solving. If anyone gets in your way, you'll be able to deal with it easily. With a minimum aggravation, it is also a good time to complete any unfinished project on time. You are likely to succeed whatever you put your heart in, whatever you put effort in. Financially, you will be doing well and may I say find it easy to gain in general. Your mental and physical health will be okay, but you got to keep up your efforts, please. Scorpio weekly conclusion 14th March till 20th March 2022. Weekly conclusion. In this coming week, Scorpio, your education will go through lots of fluctuations. Your struggle will be high. Scorpio, in this coming week, sometimes you will be very much tensed. Sometimes tension can be quite high due to sometimes appreciation or recognition. You go through a lot of professional hardships. Your income resources will be there, but you got to work hard. By the weekend, you'll go through few tensions, uncertainties. Sometimes you can be all over the place. Due to over-aggression, you'll end up ruining something very important. Due to overreaction, you'll end up spoiling something very unique. Don't do that. This particular time period, I said, you can make money through trade, through profession. You can acquire valuable items. Work will be tough and demanding. If you're employed, you can be promoted and success will be there, no doubt about it, but you got to work hard. You have to be very much focused. And may I say that success will boost your self-confidence, strengthen your willpower, but you need to take care of your health thoroughly. And on the work front, you have to take extra care and look after your relationship with your seniors. Avoid any kind of argument with your employer or senior staff at workplace. You have to deal with some obstacles which could be related to competitors, authorities, or people you have unfriendly relationship with. If you express your mental anxiety, you're likely to lose goodwill amongst the friends and family. Health requires proper attention. Sometimes you feel sick. Mental anguish, feel fear, restlessness that may cast a spell on you, making sure that you are on the track. And sometimes you are offended by a lot of people. Backstabbing, political traps. Be careful. Sagittarius weekly conclusion 14th March till 20th of March 2022. In this coming week, the weekly conclusion. You must look after your health and well-being. Beware of headaches, secret tension, unnecessary hassles. Sagittarius, you will go through lots of domestic complications, conflicting situations. By the weekend, you'll go through lots of running around and you'll achieve income resources. Refrain from over-aggression, overreactions. Otherwise, you'll end up ruining something very important. Your enemies will be highly active, creative, dynamic. You got to watch your diet and health. Take care of your finances. Focus on your safety of your valuable item. You may suffer from some sort of a loss due to theft due to this phase of time. You have to be going through rough phase at your workplace due to several unpleasant happenings. Keep yourself from any argument or conflict. Watch your word of speech before uttering them to anybody. Your work or profession may see a very low phase due to this phase of time. Some of you will even lose your position if you're not handling this properly. Beware of old enemies and avoid creating a new one. Avoid any kind of argument that may lead to difference of opinion and misunderstanding. Stay away from any known enemies and be careful of unknown one. This period will also give you some few worthy friends whom you would treasure for life. Handle your finances carefully as the money needs extra attention during this phase of time. Be careful. It would be better to avoid any argument with seniors, mentor and well-wishers during this phase of time. This period could prove to be distressful, prone to be experiencing grief and time of misery. Your mind may have a hard time staying focused on constructive thoughts. Instead of being drawn to find an escape in something of addictive nature or compensating for its restless state. But be extra careful. Do watch your decisions and choices and actions. Capricorn weekly conclusion, 14th March till 20th of March. Capricorn, in this coming week, there will be progression and your foreign project will be accomplished. You might involve in a dealing with buying or selling car or assets. Capricorn, for your important project, you will have to change your working style and your attitude. You'll get the support, help and guidance from the family. Refrain from over-aggression, overreaction. You go through family relationship or living conflict and argument with family. Be careful and beware of that. There will be fruitless running around and professional challenges. Capricorn, this particular period takes you through bumpy ride in the matter of your business, concern, sometimes family. You may have to find it difficult to finish your project successfully on time, but it is better not to start anything huge or big at this particular time. If employed, try to avoid any kind of arguments or misunderstanding with your senior employer or government department. Some of you also see a change of your position. Keep a close eye on your enemies. They will create some problem for you at this time. Your finances would be requiring proper handling. You're required to lose some money or undecided expenses. Cut down on the urge to spend money. This period brings an ample opportunity or to reason to travel. Moreover, this period also keep you away from nearest to dearest one. You are likely to progress in your career with increased recognition from employer or authorities. There is an increased chance for promotion or better employment. You feel energetic, enthusiastic and will experience heightened ability to overcome obstacle, resolving problem, overcoming possibility, obstruction from adversaries. Your work is most likely to be successful and bring a dignified reward. But this will result in financial gain, absence of money related to worries. You'll do well socially and feel successful, respected, appreciated by friends, family, companion. But you got to work hard. You mind it at peace and you feel happy, sometimes very comfortable, and this particular phase of time, you got to look after your number one, yourself, and you got to think very thoroughly before you make any huge move or before you take any big step, personally or financially or professionally. Be extra careful. Aquarius weekly conclusion, 14th March till 20th of March 2022. In this coming week, Aquarius, you'll go through domestic complication. Your mind can be restless. In this coming week, your professional pace will be mediocre. You go through major obstacles, delays, complications. You go through laziness, frustration and disappointment. You have to watch your drive and well-being. You'll be extremely busy. Do watch your expenditure. Beware of financial losses and opposition from the higher authorities. This period will prove to be taxing your mind if your care is not taking properly. Pay attention to your health related issues. You like to develop discomfort, health issue particularly related to eyesight or stomach. Take care of your feet as well. This is a time period you must stay away from any activity that might be risky to yourself. Some of you even suffer from nightmarish kind of dream disorder. Your working life could also be strenuous. You may have to put a lot of hard work to see the face of success in your project. If you may are not taken properly, some of you also even risking your position at work and will be humiliated and dishonored. You have to take care of your finances, avoid any kind of unnecessary expenditure. At home, maintain coordination with your family relationship. Avoid any kind of arguments with them. Stay away from further conflict with your enemies. Be cautious enough not to create some new one. This period may bring you some opportunity for you to travel abroad. Some of you may not get the desired result from traveling and may even end up wandering around aimlessly, which you shouldn't do that. You are also susceptible to face oppression of some kind. Sometimes you have to bear a lot of people's unsympathetic words or speech. Sometimes keeping a low profile, doing a task best to you should be your focus. And you have to watch for any unnecessary expenditure. This may cause unnecessary burden for you financially. Be cautious with spending. Pay attention to the safety of your money. You also likely to be friends with some bad personality who will harm you. Be careful. Watch your word of speech while you're dealing or mingling with the nearest or dearest one. Your insensitivity will create some unnecessary animosity within your own circle. Avoid any kind of lawsuit or bad company or legal conflict. You have to be careful not to do anything that may take you lose your self-worth. You would always need your good fortune, so save it. Pisces, in this coming week, the conclusion of the week is there will be rise in hassles, complications. You'll go through lots of tensions and professional financial complications. Your well thoughtful planning will be materialized. Please be aware of cheating, deception, fraud. You got to be on alert. We do look after your health and well-being. You may have to spend more than expected in order to live a comfortable lifestyle. Stay away from any litigation. This may cause some loss of money. Moreover, you have to work extra hard in order to accomplish any of the tasks undertaken by you. Be aware of your enemies and stay out their way in order to avoid any kind of humiliations. Hold on to your respect and honor and try to keep your honor in society. You could be mentally disturbed due to several reasons. You are susceptible to worries and restlessness for this particular phase of time. You are likely to be distressed and feel discontented during this phase of time. You are likely to lose interest in your food and personal life. A feeling of sickness and suffering may trouble you during this phase of time. There could be permanent or temporary change of place, difficulty at workplace, or ruffled time with your superior or at workplace or your employer. You need to be taking extra care to avoid getting a bad reputation at workplace. You may feel more irritable and tired and prone to have a disagreement. To complete a task on hand or to meet your set objective may take some effort, more effort than usual. There is a heightened chance for going on long trips, which will not bring you any desired result, may turn out to have been necessary in the first place. That trip is not necessary in the first place. But during this phase of time, you could feel more tired than usual. Your health would need extra attention. You're susceptible to stomach disorders, disturbed bowel, discomfort in the eyes, heart-related problem during this phase of time. Avoid activities that are physically risky. There's a tendency towards accident. On the home front, you need to put extra attention. Avoiding dispute among family and friends. Make sure you get the extra rest to minimize irritability and mental tension. Disagreement may crop up between you and your spouse and affect your married life. Overall harmony and peace at home could also be challenged during this phase of time. In this coming week, you might need a completed weekly horoscope report. If you have a need, please do get the full completed weekly horoscope report for yourself, which can give you complete analysis of the whole week. and with extensive weekly report with tasks, precaution, chanting. For that kind of report, kindly visit my website, PrakashAstrologer.com. Acquire the weekly horoscope report, implement the report, achieve your best.